Hey everybody, and welcome back to another One of Everything Wednesdays. I am your host, MrBevers. That's right, we're back again with MOZ Magic. There it is, MOZ. Mo had so many packs, it's insane. It was so many packs. I have to like run it back. I'm gonna have to run it back because it was just so exciting to open all those packs. But I mean, like it'll be a little while. Like I'll have to see some other shops first, and then maybe we'll run it back. But I mean, we'll have to see. But we're back again today with some more tournament packs. We've been doing 2 apiece. Mo had 18 unique tournament packs from different sets. That's right, you heard me. 18 unique tournament packs for sale. And this is not like I didn't buy like the last one, right? Like this was, I had a box of these, right, on the shelf still. I bought one of each. I think Mo even opened up a pack of the Ice Age ones for me. Like this was fresh out of a brand new case, if I remember correctly. So I'm just crazy. So we're gonna do Urza and Tempest this week. You're gonna have to bear with me when we go through Tempest because Tempest, they didn't start color coding the rares, uncommons, and stuff until the Urza block, right? So Tempest doesn't have any color coding for their uncommons, commons, and rares. So I'm not gonna know where I am until I see something that I recognize as either a common or uncommon. So this one's gonna be, and then when we go back through here, it's gonna be the same way. I might have no idea. And I tried looking up online for the Tempest, like what the order is, and I don't see anywhere in particular that specifically mentions what the order should be for these. So I'm assuming you only know that if you've just opened a lot of them and you know, right? I didn't see any article or any sort of information on, like Wikipedia or in other videos that specifically calls out, here's what the order is like for these packs, whether it's like commons, uncommons, rares. So maybe Mo, if you watch this video and you know this stuff, I'll check with you. Maybe it'll be a good idea for us to shoot a little like informational video at some point where we talk about what the order of these is, so that when people open them, they know where they are, right? Commons, uncommons. And sometimes it's different, right? Sometimes I know that they like messed up a couple of these in the past where it was like the order was all off and things were different. Like for instance, Mo talked about how he got a Ice Age box that had his lands were all replaced with just rares, right? So like his brick of lands that should have been in the box was just all rares, which is like not a bad problem to have, to be fair. But I mean, that means that they can make mistakes and the order can be off. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going to stack these two up like this and put them over to the side. Put them over there. Look at that. And then we're going to do these two today. So Tempest is second. Urza is first. Does it have a pull tab? It looks like it has a pull tab. There it is. Let's see how well it works. It's not terrible. Come apart pretty well. Okay, so we've got an inner sleeve on this one. Inner packaging. With also a pull tab. Man, look at that. Look at the inside of that box. The inside of that box is very, very brown. And by that I mean it's just not like a crisp, clean white color. So again, another pull tab here. This one works okay too. Alright. We've got our lands. Right? Got our lands here. I'm assuming this small package of cards here is probably our uncommons and rares. Let me just take a quick peek here. Uncommons. This is all uncommons. Let's just take a quick peek here. Okay, this is commons. So commons there, and then followed by uncommons, which means probably our rares are here. 1, 2, 3. Basic land. All right. So I don't know if that's going to be the case, but there it is. So let's just take a quick peruse through the lands. I don't think any of the lands are particularly worth anything in the Urza's block. Like I don't think that they're in the common slot. I don't think there's any lands that are over like $1, which it doesn't look like there is when I look at like this. There's some really cool art for sure. Like this, like the Storming Sea is pretty cool. It also looks like the order is kind of... Oh, I guess not. It's just like... What is it? It's like Swamp Island, Plains, Forest, Mountain, Swamp Island, Plains, Forest, Mountain, Swamp Island, Plains, Forest, Mountain, Swamp, Plains, Forest, Mountain, Swamp. This is where this island falls. Plains, Forest, Mountain, Swamp Island, Plains, Forest, Mountain. Yeah, so it's the same order all the way through. So there you go. All right. So we've got our little like thingamabob here. We've got our, of course, let's talk about this. We've got next stop tournament play, which is just like the little like sheet that's like, hey, here's how you've been playing, you've been enjoying, but you want to be more competitive. Go and check out these types of things: standard format tournaments, limited format tournaments, blah blah blah. Okay, fine. This is our rules insert, which gives you an idea of what the new features are, right? So, for instance, in Urza's, we added cycling, echo, and then we added new enchantments, sleeping enchantments, and growing enchantments. All right. And then we added rules changes for effect duration and trample. So trample's effect has changed to simplify its interaction with other cards. It no longer a damage redirection ability. Instead, when an attacking creature with trample deals combat damage to a player, distributing that damage can simply assign more or all of it to the defending player. Assigning trample damage is subject to the following rules. The attacker is unblocked. It deals all of its damage to defending player. If the attacker is blocked by one creature, it first deals damage to that blocker. If it deals lethal damage to that creature, any remaining damage may be divided as its controller chooses between the blocker and the defending player. Because distribution happens before damage prevention, it's possible that some or all of the damage on the blocking creature will later be prevented. This won't change the damage dealt to defending players. So there you go. Like, interesting how they changed it up, right? Like, it used to be just like a... trample used to be like a redirection, where it's like, the damage gets dealt to here, and then the other damage gets dealt to you by redirection, which is kind of interesting. So, we're looking at Urza. We've got a bunch of... we don't have a bunch, but we have a couple commons to keep an eye out for. But we're just going to kind of... Well, speaking of, there's the first one, right? So there's our first common, for sure. Let me just get this up too here so that you guys can see it. Priest of Titania is like a $4 common or something like that. Yeah, there you go. That's pretty good. That'll go into the patron pile, for sure. Elvish Lyricist. We're just going to go through it slowly because, I mean, the art looks phenomenal, and the old borders are great. I love it. I never really opened up a lot of Urza's back in the day because I wasn't really playing during this time. So, some of these cards are going to look familiar to me just because they're reprints, but other things are going to look not so familiar to me because I have, like, Congregate was a reprint for sure. Goblin Patrol. Pestilence, yeah, it's a reprint as well. Disruptive Student. Pendril Drake. Fertile Ground. Sanctum Custodian. Scrap. Rune of Protection White. Good old Rune of Protection. Not Circle. Rune. Symbiosis. Power Sink. Power Sink's a great counterspell. I love Power Sink. It forces them to pay the mana. That's why Power Sink is hilarious to me. Because counter target spell, unless its caster pays an additional X, if he or she does not tap all mana producing lands that player controls and remove all mana from their mana pool. So it's like essentially they have to pay all of their mana, and the spell gets countered unless they can pay all of what you require them to pay. And if they can't, too bad. Their lands are still just tapped. And you're like, oh, well then. Machino Weaponsmiths, Polluted Mire, Winding Worm, Lay Waste, Carrion Beetles, Rune of Protection Black, Pacifism, there you go. That Pacifism art is so cool. I really enjoy it. Good stuff. Pouncing Jaguar, Power Taint, Spire Owl, Sarah's Embrace. Good old Sarah's Embrace. Good stuff. Turnabout. Okay, so now we're into uncommons. And I think Turnabout is actually one of the uncommons you're looking for. So the other common we were looking for was Exhume, and it didn't show up. So we've got Turnabout, which shows up as like a $4 uncommon. So there you go. 2 cards added to the patron pile already. Nice. Goblin Offensive. Thran Turbine. Is that a thing? I think it is. Is this a thing? There it is, $1.50. Look at that. Cool. Planar Void. Sanctum Guardian. Look at that big, huge, like what is that? A pillar? I don't even know. Like, holding something. Oh, man, Fog Bank. This card's great. I love Fog Bank. Pit Trap. That thing looks like it done got spiked. Crosswinds. So what we're looking for, the big hitters in the uncommon slot are Carpet of Flowers, Goblin Lackey, and then you've got Scourge Familiar, Turnabout, Voltaic Key, Wall of Junk, Windfall, Rain of Filth, Argothian Elder, Thran Turbine, Goblin Offensive. Didn't we open that? We did. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even cross my mind. Goblin Offensive is on the list. Look at that. $2. I missed it. Then we have Victimize, Worn Power Stone, Worn Power Stone. My goodness. And then Acidic Oil, and then Fecundity. Fecundity? Yeah. Arcane Laboratory. Crosswinds is not there though, and neither is Scald. So rares. Okay, so now we're on to rares. I'm just gonna scan all the rares because Fluctuator seems like a funny card. Cycling costs you up to 2 less to play. That seems like a pretty cool card for like a nice cycling deck. And I'm sure there's some abuse of that. Yeah, there you go. $7.90. So that's a nice card to add to the patron pile as well. Nice. We'll add it. That's sweet. Abyssal Horror. A 2/2 flyer for 6. When it comes into play, target player chooses and discards 2 cards. Seems weird. Time Spiral. Oh, my goodness. Abyssal Horror coming in hot at 25 cents. Time Spiral seems interesting. 6 mana. 4 and blue. Remove Time Spiral from the game. Each player shuffles his or her graveyard in hand into his or her library, then draws 7 cards and untaps up to 6 lands. Huh. Oh. Hello. Hello, $76 card. My goodness. I knew, like, as soon as I pulled it, I was like, this sounds like it's one of those cards that I've never seen in person because it's too expensive for me to own it. I was not wrong. Wow. All right, well, listen, before we all get too bent out of shape, let me just, because that's a heavy duty hitter right there. Holy moly. Remember last week when we were like, hey, it was kind of, we didn't really hit anything super spicy. Well, we're adding 6 cards to the patron pile next month, and one of them is a heavy hitter. $76. Wow. All right. Okay. I mean, yeah, I'll take it, I guess. All right, so we're going to move on to Tempest. 13 minutes just for Urza's, but I mean, that works out. Let's see what we can do here. Tempest comes apart like that. There you go. Nice. Yep. All right. Do we have an inner? We do have an inner. Good. Good. All right. And we should have a little pull tab here, I would imagine. Yes. Okay. Now, to mention, we now no longer see foils. Their foils were only in Urza's, right? That was when they were introduced. So we're not going to see foils anymore. So I'm guessing, and the cool thing here is that we're going to get like this big book now. This is what they did in these, like, there's a storybook, see? I actually, so I opened up one of these from one of my oldest patrons, who's still around. The Real Viking MTG sent me a Tempest kit back when my channel was fairly new, and I really appreciate that he sent me the product to open. It was great of him. He has his own channel now where he opens products, so definitely go check him out if you haven't. But he let me keep the book. Like, so I opened the kit and I sent it back to him. I sent all the cards and the box and everything back to him, but I asked him if I could keep the book because I didn't have one of these, and these are really cool. So now I have 2 of these. So maybe I'll have to put one of these into like a giveaway for a patron or something, because this is just super neat. It's a neat little thing that you can't really get your hands on unless you buy a Tempest kit and then or have a Tempest kit from back in the day, or have the book from back in the day. So I'm going to make sure I look and find that I'm pretty sure I stored this with some other stuff from the other kit I opened. As long as I can find it, I will put this into some sort of giveaway pile for a later date. So that's, anyway, it's a cool little storybook. It's got like a lot of pages. It was 61 pages in it of like just information and lore about like the characters and the cards, and yeah, like super cool little thing. So we'll put that off to the side there like that. What we got here? Okay, so I have no idea, not a clue, where our rares and things are gonna fall. Not a clue. I'm guessing these are our rares because they're beside the lands like they were. So here's our lands. Look at these beautiful lands, right? By the way, just look at these gorgeous lands from Tempest. The old frame is so beautiful. It's just so clean. You know what I mean? The old frame is just so clean. That's a cool looking mountain. Okay. So there you go. That's our lands from Tempest. So then now we've got this here. Now I have no idea if the uncommons are on top or whether they're on the bottom. So I'm going to scan one and just see. Let's scan it, see what it says. Okay, so this is an uncommon. So that means that we've probably got what, 10? I think we have 10 uncommons in this. I have the listing here. It's 10 uncommons, right? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Scan this. What are you? Common. Okay. Okay, apparently this common is worth $1. Apparently this common is worth $1. Those are our rares. Okay. So apparently this common worth $1. Show me the commons. What is this? Seeker of Skybreak? Why is it $1? Seems weird. Should it be $1? I feel like it shouldn't be $1. So this is an interesting conundrum. I'm gonna double check this card. I'll put it to the side. And the reason is because TCG says it's $1, but Goldfish says it's only 39 cents. Okay. Now I know that both of them aren't necessarily the best at, you know, giving you your prices when it comes to like this kind of stuff. But I feel like Goldfish can give me an idea of what the price is because it scrapes a whole bunch of sites, whereas TCG is only their own, and it's what people list it at versus what they buy it at. And so there might be a bunch of Seeker of Skybreaks listed for over $1, but nobody's buying them. So I'm gonna double check it, but I'll put it in the pile over here for now, and we'll go about our business. So I think that these are all going to be commons. And in the common slot, we should only really be looking for Lotus Petal, Capsize, Counterspell, Muscle Sliver, and Shadow Rift. Right? Okay. So we're just going to kind of quickly peruse and see where we end up. I guess I should do like the, what is this? 1, 2, 3 is the rares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is the uncommons, right? I should probably put those to the side so that I know when I get, because like I'm not going to know otherwise. Okay, Rampant Growth, we know. It's a nice little card. Metallic Sliver is a cool card. I don't think it actually... I like how it's like in Metallic Sliver, 1, artifact creature. Metallic Sliver counts as a sliver. So why didn't you just make it an artifact creature sliver? I mean, that's probably what it is now. But then it just doesn't have any ability, which is kind of funny. Diabolic Edict. Hey, this card got reprinted, right? Didn't it? I think it did. Let's scan it. This card is a good card. I like this card. It's only 44 cents, but yeah, it's a great card. 2 mana instant. Target player sacrifices a creature. It's very good. Sultari Trooper, Crown of Flames, Winged Sliver. So there you go. Lots of slivers here coming out in Tempest. Shadow. Nice little shadow creatures. Rolling Thunder. Mannequin. Capsize. Capsize is a great card too. 3 mana with buyback for 3. So for 6 mana, though, you return target permanent to its owner's hand, which is pretty good. Clot Sliver. Nice regeneration there. There you go. Reality Anchor. Enfeeblement. So in the commons, we're looking for... Oh, actually, what am I doing? Capsize is on the list. I wasn't even paying attention. Capsize is $1. $1.45. Let's see. There you go. Capsize goes in the pile. Because the biggest hitting common from Tempest is Lotus Petal at $8, right? And then you've got Counterspell, Capsize, Muscle Sliver, Shadow Rift. Yeah. I just completely passed. I was like, Capsize is a great card. I love this card. And then I passed right by it. Sorry, we missed here. We got Horned Turtle, Armored Pegasus, Natural Spring. There's our Counterspell. Nice. Old school art on the Counterspell. Sweet. We'll take it. $1.36. Yes. Heartwood Dryad. Mog Conscripts. Sea Monster. Good old Sea Monster. Look at that. 6/6 for 6. Dark Banishing. Destroy target non-black creature. That creature cannot be regenerated this turn. And Coiled Tin Viper. 2/1 with first strike. Cool. Cool. Alright, so we're moving on to uncommons now. Now the uncommons can have some serious dollary dues in it, because Wasteland and Ancient Tomb are both in the uncommon slot in Tempest. So let's find out. Quickening Licid. Essence in a Bottle. So we're looking for Wasteland, Ancient Tomb, Reanimate, Propaganda, Horn Sliver, Goblin Bombardment, Choke, Reap, Flickering Ward, Dread of Night, Ghost Town, and Dothy Embrace. That's Dothy Mind Ripper. That's not the right one. Staunch Defenders, also not the right one. Interdict, also not the right one. Horned Sliver. Hey, that's on the list. That's like $7 sliver right there. Look at that. Look at that. $8. All slivers gain trample. Yeah, that seems good. Tongarth's Rage. Stinging Licid. Screeching Harpy. And we got one chance. Wasteland Ancient Tomb. Oh, Power Sync. Well, Power Sync's a great card. I love Power Sync. It's just not gonna get up there. Now in the rares though, I mean, like, what are we talking? We've got a bunch of stuff over 10, right? And we're looking for Scroll Rack, right? Scroll Rack's the highest hitter. Echo Chamber. We're gonna scan all of these because I don't know what they come out as. Echo Chamber, 4 mana for an artifact. Pay 4, tap it. Target opponent chooses target creature he or she controls. Put a token creature into play and treat it as a copy of that creature. The token creature is unaffected by Summoning Sickness this turn. At the end of the turn, remove the token creature from the game. Play this ability only as a sorcery. Interesting. Precognition. So Echo Chamber coming in hot at 31 cents. Precognition. Oh, Intuition. I think Intuition's another heavy hitter. I want to say yes. Intuition is a 3-mana instant that says search your library for any 3 cards and reveal them to target opponent. He or she chooses 1, put that card into your hand, and the rest into your graveyard. And Intuition comes in hot at $50. Holy moly. Let's put that into a tight sleeve here. Look at that. Boom. We did pretty well this week, didn't we? My goodness. If you saw anything that I missed, please leave a comment below. Let me know what I missed, and let me know what I need to pull out. What I generally do is I'll put the lands and the cards back into their boxes, and then I put them off to the side for now. I literally haven't gone through any of them yet to put them into my binders for my sets. Because I wanted to wait until the series was over in case people chime in and say, like, hey, you missed this, it's worth a couple bucks, it should be in the patron pile, blah, blah, blah. So if you do see anything that I showed off on the screen that needs to be pulled out to put in the patron pile, please let me know, because sometimes I miss stuff, and I would greatly appreciate you letting me know. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you so much to Mo. We did some really, it was a dead week last week, but holy moly, this week was great. Absolutely phenomenal. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards to the patron pile this week. 2 of them going into the grand prize pool because they're over $40, which is pretty sweet. So thank you everyone so much for watching. This has been a One of Everything series of MOZ Magic. Hope you enjoyed. And as always, may your pulls ever be better.